Hi guys, welcome to Simply Scuba. Now it is the month of March, but new equipment is still arriving, and yeah, I've got a few bits and bobs in front of me to show you guys. Let's take a closer look. Okay, so to start off, we got quite a few new bits and bobs from Cressi. So starting on my right hand side, so this is the Calibro Mask. In particular, this is the mirrored version of it, so you might be able to see Shaun, our camera guy, waving. But this is a low profile mask, and it looks like a fairly standard mask, other than it's got that mirrored lens. But what's the most exciting bit is on the inside, which you might be able to see, in that the actual nose pocket is isolated from the rest of the mask. So you can still equalize it, you can still exhale, but what this does, it acts as a fog stopper. So all of that sort of humid gas that you're exhaling through your nose, it equalizes the mask, but it doesn't rush across your lens. So every time you exhale through your nose, it doesn't fog up your mask. And I've tried this on a brand new mask, and yeah, it definitely works. It really slows down those lenses from fogging up. So if that ever bugs you, then yeah, take a look at the Calibro Mask. It comes in lots of different colors as well. We also have a new weight belt. I know it's not that exciting, but this is a very inexpensive, cheap sort of weight belt, and comes in a few different colors. Very, very simple and nice sort of activation. Very, very light, so if you're a traveling diver and you don't know if you need a weight belt or not, you can just buy a nice cheap weight belt, and this weighs very little, so it's great for the traveling diver. If you're going on a snorkeling holiday, then we have the Cressi Duke full face snorkel mask. Now I know there's a lot of sort of bad press about full face snorkels, but actually this one's very, very good. They've got their airway control and their airway management down to a T, so it's much, much better than the dangerous masks that can be on the market. And yeah, you get a decent field of vision, and yeah, it fits really nicely, and it creates a very effective seal around your nose and mouth. Again, comes in lots of different colors, so people are really going for that. Apeks have released a new delayed surface marker buoy, a dSMB, so just a safety sausage, and where they've kind of taken their time, they haven't rushed in the market. It has all of the features that you need and none of the kind of excess stuff. So it's about 1.4 meters long. I'm not going to extend it all the way because you can imagine what the end of an SMB looks, but at the bottom, very simple D-ring, so you can just tie it off to that. They have an oral inflation valve, because a lot of them they just have that fitting from your BCD, so you're supposed to use a hose, but most divers have just ended up orally inflating them anyway, and that's quite sort of rough on your teeth, especially if it's a metal valve. So they fitted an actual oral inflation valve so you can inflate it orally, and otherwise it's just a great SMB. It's not oversized, it's not huge, but it is long, so it's going to help you get seen in the water. Sticking with Cressi, their Digi 2, which is a digital SPG. We've got these in lots of different colors. So instead of a analog gauge, which just has a little needle, this one's digital. It's obviously going to complain because it's not fitted to a regulator, but this is a digital pressure gauge, so it's much more accurate, and you can change the battery yourself. It's got a little sort of self pressure tester to make sure that it won't leak. So that's nice and neat. It's like having an air integrated computer, but without all of the sort of decompression stuff. It only tells you sort of how much gas you have left, but it also works out how long your gas is going to last in minutes, which is quite a nice feature. Fourth Element are upgrading a lot of their thermocline range. They're changing the designs. They just tweaked it a little bit. This is of course the sock, which has a slightly new logo. So the thermocline range is just being sort of brushed up, so it's a bit smarter. And finally, back to Cressi. Lots of new bags. Right now, I've just got the Gara 60 litre. So this is a big bag. It's a big dry bag. It's mainly made for free divers and sort of spearfishers. But yeah, scuba divers can definitely sort of benefit from a big dry bag, either to keep your wet stuff contained inside, so the back of your boot doesn't get sort of filled with seawater, or the opposite. If you've got sort of valuable, your dry clothes and whatnot, you can stow it inside, and even if it starts to rain or the sort of wind sort of blows any waves over the deck, then it's going to keep your stuff nice and safe. So lots of new bits and bobs for March. Okay, so there were a few new bits and bobs that have arrived in March for you guys. Obviously, new stuff is arriving every single day, so keep an eye on our new in page on our website, and that's where all the newest dive equipment is going to start showing up. Thank you for watching, and of course, safe diving. Boots. If you're looking for sort of getting a set for the entire family as well, you've got the color coding sort of size on the front, so you're not going to be mixing them up. But yeah, all in all, it's a very nice sort of thin boot. So for kind of tropical diving as well, this is just perfect. Fourth elements really